Caitlin Clark just broke one of the biggest unspoken rules in professional sports labor negotiations, and almost nobody caught it. While the WNBA Players Association is threatening to blow up the entire 2026 season over demands for a 700% salary increase, Clark casually posted 5 simple words that flipped the entire conversation upside down. Make no mistake, this wasn't an accident. It was strategic. It exposed a truth that women's basketball has been trying to hide for years. Because the real power in these CBA negotiations isn't at the bargaining table. It's not the union leadership making dramatic ultimatums. It's not the committees drafting new salary structures. The real power brokers are the stars who actually move the market. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Sabrina Ionescu, Aya Wilson, Paige Buchers, who hasn't even played a WNBA game yet. These 5 women dictate the future of the league. And with one tiny post, Caitlin Clark quietly made it clear. The 2026 season is happening, no matter what the union threatens. But there's a sixth force in this battle. And it isn't a player. It isn't a coach. It isn't even the WNBA. It's Nick. Nike has more money tied up in the future of the WNBA, especially in Caitlin Clark, than many franchises are worth. And if you think Nike is going to stand by and let a labor dispute jeopardize their billion-dollar investment, you're not paying attention. This is corporate influence at the highest level, and the players' union is just now realizing they aren't even on the board yet. Here's the exact moment everything shifted. A fan posted a cute picture of their dog named CC, clearly inspired by Caitlin Clark. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. Clark replied with 6 words that sent shockwaves through every negotiation room. Both are welcome courtside this year. Look at the phrasing, this year. Not, if season happens. Not hopefully this year. Not, if we get a deal. A declaration. A guarantee. A signal. Caitlin Clark is telling the world, the season is happening. Period. And when the one player responsible for record-breaking ratings, sold-out arenas, and the league's entire growth trajectory says it's happening, it's happening.
Sums it up here. So, we saw this post, obviously somebody's dog, I don't know exactly who this is, to be honest, they said their dog was named CC after Caitlin Clark. Caitlin's response, both are welcome courtside this year. That's one of those things. And by the way, like, people like Caitlin Clark and injuries tend to be calculated in quite a lot.
Before you brush this off as just another harmless social media post, stop. Think again. Caitlin Clark does nothing casually. Every caption, every emoji, every syllable is intentional. She has a full branding team shaping her public image and controlling her narrative. You really think she accidentally confirmed the 2026 season is happening? Absolutely not. That post wasn't for fans. It was a direct shot at the negotiating table. And she's not the only one doing it. Angel Reese just did the same thing. She didn't talk about if there's a season. She talked about playoffs, wins, and turning Chicago into a contender, as if the season is already locked in. Because for her, it is. These 2 women, Clark and Reese, are the league's true power sources. Clark brings ratings, sponsorship dollars, and national attention. Reese brings controversy, rivalries, and pure must-watch drama. Together, they are the product. And right now, both are openly behaving as if a 2026 WNBA season is guaranteed. So why is the Players Association still pretending it has a nuclear option? Let's talk about that 97% strike authorization vote. Sounds terrifying, right? It isn't. Here's what no one admits. 97% of players did not vote to strike. They voted to give the union permission to threaten a strike. Huge difference. If your union asks, hey, we need you to authorize a strike in case negotiations collapse, what do you say? No? And become the teammate who breaks ranks? Become the villain who destroys solidarity? Of course not. You vote yes. It's not courage, it's survival. Even if the vote were 60% instead of 97%, nothing would change. The union needs the threat. It's their only leverage to push for a 700% raise instead of a 300% one. Because the truth is simple. Massive raises are already coming. Everyone knows it. The league, the players, and most importantly, Nike. And Nike is the real heavyweight in this story. Nike has more money tied up in Caitlin Clark than entire franchises are worth. If you think they're going to let a labor dispute jeopardize their investment, you're asleep. This is corporate strategy, and the Union is just now realizing they're not playing the same game. Here's the moment that changed everything. A fan posts a photo of their dog named CC. Cute, harmless. Clark replies, "Both are welcome courtside this year." Focus on the phrasing. This year. Not if the season happens. Not hopefully. Not pending negotiations. A declaration. A guarantee. A message to everyone watching. The 2026 season is a done deal, and Nike is about to make sure of it. Reports say Clark's signature shoe will debut in a Super Bowl ad on February 9th, 2026, the biggest advertising stage in the world. Nike isn't dropping millions on a player in a league that might not even play. The season is locked. Nike knows it. Clark knows it. And here's the bombshell. If Team USA leaves Clark off the March national team camp roster, Nike could pull sponsorship money from USA basketball entirely. That's the scale we're talking about. Caitlin Clark is no longer just an athlete. She's a billion-dollar enterprise. And enterprises don't negotiate. They set the terms. So why does all this matter? Because the Players Association is trying to generate panic, trying to scare fans into believing the season might not happen. Panic creates pressure. Pressure forces concessions. But when Clark is inviting dogs courtside, and Angel Reese is talking playoffs, that panic dies instantly. Fans aren't worried. Sponsors aren't worried. And once nobody's worried, the Union has no leverage. Whether coordinated or coincidence, Clark and Reese just dismantled the Union's entire strategy. And here's the part that should terrify the PA. Every major stakeholder wants the season. Nike wants the season. The league wants the season. Fans want the season. And the stars want the season. So who's left? A negotiating committee bluffing with a pair of threes. Unrivaled? Not a real alternative. They just finished a season averaging around 30,000 viewers. Many games barely cracked 1,000 unless Paige Buchers was on the floor. Natasha Cloud says Unrivaled can operate without the WNBA. Bold talk, but the numbers say otherwise. The WNBA isn't interchangeable. Fans want legacy, rivalries, history. They want Clark versus Reese, playoff battles, championships, not a pickup league in a Miami warehouse. Even the narrative on Reese is wrong. Critics say she underperformed last season. False. She had a 10-game stretch averaging 17, 15, and 6, and Chicago went 5-5. That's star production. And this year, she's returning with a stronger roster and improved skills sharpened and unrivaled. Now here's the finale nobody wants to admit. The Union will cave. The league will cave. The raises will be enormous. And the 2026 season will happen and shatter every record in league history. Clark healthy. Buchers debuting. Reese with a stronger team. Aya Wilson still the best player in the world. Sabrina Ionescu entering her peak. A season like this cannot be canceled. No one wants that stain on their legacy. So the question becomes, what does it mean when the league's two biggest stars completely undercut their own union? What does it mean when Nike has more influence over the future of the season than the Players Association? And what does it mean when corporate power aligns with the league and its stars, not with the union? It means one thing. This stopped being about solidarity. Tis is about survival. And the stars have already revealed the ending. The 2026 WNBA season is happening. Book it. Bet on it. Build your calendar around it. Caitlin Clark confirmed it. Angel Reese confirmed it. And a Nike Super Bowl commercial will make it official. The bluff has been called. The cards are exposed. The season is on, whether anyone likes it or not.